I love this fight, by the way. I love this fight. Like this is why we're in this game, you know, to watch, and you know, to make these kind of fights. And this is just sensational. I want to bring up first, because I know he's got a very tight schedule, a guy that jumped through hoops to get this fight to Brooklyn, New York. And you know, Adrien's fought at the Barclays Center, and Mikey's fought at the Barclays Center. So neither one of them are newcomers to Brooklyn. But this is the kind of fight we want to consistently bring to Brooklyn boxing, to the Barclays Center, and you know, this guy really had a competition for this fight, and like I said, jumped through hoops to bring it to Brooklyn to our local fan base, and I'm thrilled that he did that. The man who runs the Barclays Center, my friend Brett Yormark.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, Lou. On July 29, Barclays Center will host its fourth major boxing card of 2017. There is a great heritage of boxing in New York, and I am proud that Barclays Center has quickly become the #1 boxing venue in the country. Barclays Center is providing a great platform for Brooklyn-born fighters, but has also become a destination for the sport's best talent. Adrien and Mikey are two prime examples of that. Adrien and Mikey, I'm thrilled to welcome you back to our ring, and I look forward to what will be one of the year's most talked about fights. Adrien, you won a world title at Barclays Center in 2013. Mikey, you made a big comeback at Barclays Center just last year. Seeing you both square off on July 29th will be a special night, not only for Brooklyn boxing, but for all boxing fans. I want to thank my partners, Premier Boxing Champions, Lou DiBella and Steven Espinoza, as well as their dedicated staffs. Fight fans everywhere have already circled July 29 on their calendars, and I'm looking forward to seeing all of you and them next month. I would be remiss if I did not provide my quick opinion regarding August 26. Tomorrow you will hear from an unhappy promoter, not unlike what you heard from Kathy Duva over the weekend, when he arrives in town to create hype for his September fight. Do not be fooled or manipulated by what he has to say. He is a hypocrite who is only concerned about his own financial well-being. Boxing has had a great year to date. 50-50 fights that have highlighted established fighters and future stars of the sport. I am a firm believer that press for the sport is good for all of us. It creates awareness, talk value, and takes us from the back pages to the front. When can you remember the amount of promotional value we have received as a sport on multiple general market platforms reaching casual fans like we have received over the past week? The question is, what do we do to take advantage of this enormous narrative for boxing that has been created by the Mayweather-McGregor fight? What we do is continue to what we have done this year and put on the best fights for the fans and keep the momentum going. Boxing will be in the headlines all summer long. Let's all embrace the moment and put boxing back in its rightful place as one of the premier sports in America. Thank you very much.
Yeah, it's funny how when you walked out of a nightclub or bar, that promoter was trying to pump Canelo Alvarez and Conor McGregor. And now all of a sudden, man, he's got a lot of hate in him, you know. But this fight's, look, Mayweather-Conor McGregor is happening because the people wanted it, because there's incredible demand for it. It's a spectacle, you know. It's a spectacle. It's an event. And it's going to be on Showtime pay-per-view. And Showtime, yeah, they're doing that spectacle, and they're also doing this, which is just pure boxing and the best you can make. And frankly, Showtime right now is spanking their competition's rear ends all over the street. And that's due to the efforts of the guy I'm going to bring up right now, my friend Steven Espinoza.
Thanks, Lou. And thanks especially to Brett Yormark. What Lou and Brett have done in the recent past at Barclays Center is pretty amazing. The bar has been set so high. Let's just look at this year. You start off the year with Vadu Jack versus James DeGale. in a fight that certainly deserves consideration as fight of the year. You come back with Thurman versus Garcia on CBS. It's a high bar to get a main event at the Barclays Center. They've set the standard very, very high. And this fight, July 29th, Broner versus Garcia, certainly satisfies it. These are two of boxing's brightest young stars, both under 30 years old. It's a 4-division world champion against a 3-division world champion. Mikey's moving up to 140. Adrien's undefeated at 140 and below. Something's got to give. Stepping back for a moment, July 29th is the 19th live boxing event on Showtime this year. 19 live boxing telecasts, and we're talking the end of July. 15 world title fights, none of them on pay-per-view. 3 world title unifications, 3 world title rematches. And like this fight, there have been 6 times where a top 5 fighter fought another top 5 fighter in the division. There's no other network doing that as consistently as we are. And when another network occasionally does do a top 5 versus top 5, they're going to charge you $70 for it. So we're proud of these 2 fighters that we're bringing them to you on Showtime. We're proud of this matchup. I thank both Mikey and Adrien for taking this fight. I give them all credit in the world because it took each of them about 30 seconds at most to make this deal, because they're ready to have big fights like the rest of the sport this year. We'll see you on July 29.
First, I'm going to bring up a young guy. He's younger than me. Ain't that young, but he's younger than me. Who I've worked with since he was a champion himself and a fighter. One of the, been friends for a long time. One of the very best trainers in all of boxing, Robert Garcia.
Thank you, Lou. Thank you all for coming. It's just great to be back here in New York. Every time we come here with Mikey or any other of my fighters, we get nothing but love. It's great to be back here working with Showtime, Lou DiBella, and I'm glad to see a lot of my friends that I have here in New York. We're excited about this fight. We know Adrien is very talented. We know how big of a guy he is in boxing, and that's why Mikey said yes, like they said, in less than 30 seconds. Mikey wants those big fights. Mikey didn't want anything else but big fights, and we got it here. So on July 29th, expect a hell of a fight, because I know both these guys are going to be in great shape to give everybody the best that they have. Thank you.
I'd be remiss if I didn't acknowledge my co-promoters and friends, Floyd Mayweather and Leonard Ellerby. They're a bit busy right now, so they're not in town, but they will be for the fight, and I just want to give them props. And bring up another terrific trainer, guy's been around boxing forever. This is a real boxing guy, a real true boxing man, and a terrific trainer, Mike Stafford.
Thank you, Lou. Yes, I'd like to thank everybody for coming out, the media. I'd like to thank Showtime. It's really been doing a good job for all these years in boxing. I'd like to thank Al Heyman, who put this fight together, and thank Robert and Mikey for taking the fight. Like Robert said, these guys are 2 talented guys, and they're going to put a good show. Adrien's, we back up in Colorado Springs now. This is where we started when I took Adrien when he was 18 years old. It's like home to him in training. So you see the results that we had when we was in training at Colorado Springs. He won championships after championships. So expecting the same thing. He's going to win big, I think real big. So, it's going to be a hell of a fight, like Robert said, but, I think we'll be victorious. Thanks a lot.
Adrien Broner spent a lot of the recent years jumping up and down that mythical pound for pound list. He's been on it for a long time, up and down that list. The young man to my left, after a little bit of time off, has made his way back onto that list emphatically with a couple of great performances since he's come back. Absolutely one of the most talented young guys in the sport of boxing. This guy's got buku talent, can do everything in the ring. Tremendous ambassador for the sport also. My pleasure to bring up Mikey Garcia. Oh, 135-pound champion of the world, too.
Yeah, thank you guys for joining us. Well, I'm very thankful for the opportunity. You know, I can't stress the importance of this fight for me in my career at this point. I think it's the biggest fight that I could actually have, and you know, there's other names out there that were tossed around, but nothing made more sense than, you know, facing Adrien Broner. You know, he's definitely accomplished a lot. He's an accomplished fighter, and I mean, when he's at his best, he's really at his best, and that's what I expect. He's taking things a lot more serious by moving camp to Colorado. That shows me that he's in it 100%. So I expect the best out of him, which will also bring out the best out of me, and in return give the fans the best fight possible. You know, I think New York has treated me very well. I've had success here, and I know it's a big boxing community here. They love their boxing, and that's what it's really about. I really love the attention, the support from all the fans. That's what makes me feel a world champion. It's not the belt, you know, it's not that, it's the fans. And in a way, I feel like I owe that to them by performing to the best of my abilities. And that's why on July 29th, I'm going to come ready to perform for all you guys, to be able to remember this fight as one of the best fights in the year and see another side of me. I know Adrien Broner's going to come with everything he's got to beat me. I'm going to be there 100% to beat him. So in the end, the real winner is the championship fight. It's not even about the championship fight. There's no championship at stake. It's the fans that get to win. You know, that's the winner. But July 29th, my hand will be raised. Thanks.
One more time, it's Adrien Broner, Mikey Garcia, Showtime Championship Boxing, presented by Premier Boxing Champions, Barclays Center, July 29th, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, 6 p.m. Pacific Time. Tickets are available at Ticketmaster.com, Barclays Center box office, and you can call 1-800-745-3000 also at Barclays Center. This next guy is he's a star, you know, he's a star.
Oh, he got to be talking about me.
And he's controversial.
Oh, God.
He's the problem, and sometimes he's his own biggest problem. He can fight his ass off. He's entertaining. A lot of people hate him, but they want to pay to see him. A lot of people want to see him lose. A lot of people want to see him win. He's got a lot of love, and he got a lot of hate. And that's worked for a lot of people in this business over the years. Guys like Hamed, guys like Floyd Mayweather, you know. And his ratings have always reflected the fact that people care about him. And I care about him too, which is why I hope he becomes less of a problem to himself and more of a problem to other people in the ring. So it's my pleasure to bring up a guy, runs around talking about billions, AB, Adrien Broner.
He said a lot about me. Hopefully he's one of the people that like me and don't dislike me. But I want to thank everybody that showed up today. I want to thank God. You know, I've been in some crazy situations, you know. I'm just blessed to be here today. And, you know, to get a fight like this in this day, you know, for me it's huge. You know, you got a 3-time world champion and a 4-time world champion fighting each other. You know, boxing is going back to the old days where the best fight the best. And Mikey is definitely one of the best out there today. Well, this fighter's name is Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. Run inside is funny time. But it's gonna be a hell of a fight. I know when everybody fight Adrien Broner, they bring their A game because they feel like if we beat Adrien Broner, then our career goes to that next level. But for this fight, I ain't bullshitting. I'm going back to Colorado. I've been getting it in. I've been training. Everybody be like, is he gonna make weight? The weight's not a problem. I haven't made weight lately because for what? And they gonna pay me the same. If I fight 44, fuck yeah, I'm gonna fight 44. So and then everybody be making a big deal about it when on paper it say 44 and I make 44 and they be like, oh, he's overweight. I'm like, shit, I made weight. Look at the paper. Now I got a reason to make 140. Because we ain't about to pay a man to put these hands on him. They talking about giving up $500,000 if I don't make weight. Y'all don't think I'm gonna make weight? Shh. I ain't got $1 to give to nobody right now, man. All my baby mamas and kids, man, y'all crazy. Y'all. Listen, man, but I'm definitely training my ass off, man. And I think this will be one of the best performances of my career. And I think this will take me to the superstardom where I need to be, I heard, I don't be getting into the media and stuff like that, but I heard that they got Mikey 5-1. You know what I'm saying? So it's if you I just feel like you got some serious bettors out there looking at that 5-1. You know what I'm saying? They don't give me no chance. But y'all sit up and say, McGregor gonna beat Floyd. Man, this boxing game crazy, man. So after this fight, I just feel like if I come out untouched, I feel like I'm gonna be victorious. I feel like I should come back and fight on Floyd's undercard against Nate Diaz. But I just hope nobody put their house on this fight against me, because if you do that, then you'll be living like Will Smith and Hancock after the fight, man. It's gonna be a hell of a fight. I know Robert Garcia. He's training his little brother to death, like always. He's 36-0. He's undefeated, 40 and under. And if people really don't know, I'm really undefeated, 40 and under also. And somebody gotta go, even though mine already left. But 40 and under, somebody gotta go. You know what I'm saying? But I could have came up here and I could have been mean and rude to these guys, but I have to say, man, I got love for Robert Garcia and Mikey. It really never been bad blood. But for this fight, fuck y'all, though. I don't. For real, man. We could be back. We could be back cool after the fight, dog. But for this fight, I gotta get on y'all ass, man. You know what I'm saying? So I want everybody to tune in July 29th. All jokes aside, you will see a more serious Adrien Broner, and it can get ugly, man. It can get ugly July 29th, man. So I want everybody to come out, and I want to thank everybody. About Billions in the building, baby.
We're going to do a Q&A right now. Everyone's going to sit up here. We're going to do a Q&A right now. And you have mics in the crowd?
Testing, 1, 2, testing.
First question?
Yeah, explain the Q&A real quick. Just let them know we're doing a Q&A.
Oh, I did.
Who has a question?
Yeah, Mickey, you never fought at 140 140. So moving from 135 to 140. I mean, he's been up to welterweight and so forth. What weight are you going to be coming in at that fight? 140 or a little less, or can you elaborate on that?
Well, I think being that the max limit is 140 for the weigh-in, I'll be right there or a little under. I mean, fight night, I'll hydrate a little bit. I don't expect to rehydrate too much. Maybe, 6 pounds, maybe tops. I wouldn't be able to, give you a final on that.
Mikey, Black Star News, and Adrien Broner. Question, first of all, a comment. Between the two of you, there's 7 world titles, unless my mathematics is incorrect. Now, question, is this fight a keep busy fight / eliminator / on the way to a possible title shot with Bud Crawford?
This fight's not a keep busy fight or wait to fight Bud Crawford. Bud Crawford's not as big as the two guys on this stage. He's a great fighter, but this isn't to lead up to anybody.
Hey, Lloyd. Oops, this one.
Oh, wait.
How you doing? This is Terrell from Fight View 360. This question's for Mikey. Broner's had issues in the past with pressure fighter power punchers. You are somewhat known to be more of a calculated puncher. Do you plan on being more aggressive?
I'll be prepared to do whatever it takes to win the fight. Being that naturally, like you said, more calculated, boxer puncher, that's probably what I'm gonna come out, to do. But if I have to pressure the fight and press on the fight, then I'll also be ready to do that.
One more quick thing. People talk about catch weights, and sometimes there have been catch weights, and you sit there and you go, all right, why is there a catch weight? Well, this guy's a 35-pound champion. This guy just fought at 47. So this is at 140. This is a real catch weight. There's a real catch weight between the best and the best between two elite fighters. And it's the weight that's fair to both guys to make this fight happen, and that's what they both wanted to do.
Question, hey, Lloyd Carroll from the Queens Chronicle. Adrien, question for you. Colorado Springs, beautiful place, I like the Broad Motel, but high altitude, and isn't that make it tougher to work out and to lose weight if it's, if breathing becomes harder to do?
I think you one of them people that think boxing go by the book, and it don't. Of course it's tough, but at the end of the day, this is not my first time in Colorado Springs. What was that day before yesterday? I just ran up like a mountain 8,500 feet up. I'm feeling good. I'll make weight easy. Like I said before, I just didn't have a reason. Now I got a reason to make weight.
Adrien, Keith Idek from BoxingScene.com. Over here, Adrien.
Okay, I see.
Is it an advantage for you to fight him at 140, or is it a disadvantage because you have to come down in weight? Or do you...
I don't really see the advantage or disadvantage in this fight. I wouldn't say it's a 50-50 fight, but more like a 51-49. Nah, I'm joking, man. He's a 35, 40 pounder. I'm a 40 pounder, 35 pounder. It's gonna be a hell of a fight.
Nestor Gibbs with the Boxing Voice. This question is for Broner and Mike Stafford. Do you guys use this as added motivation, kind of as a get back, being as though you've been there with Robert Garcia in the past?
I don't like you. Why did you get the mic? You know I don't. I'm joking. Give him back the mic, man. Get his man back the mic, man. Give the Boxing Voice the mic, man. What you say? Come on, go ahead. I'll take your character. Come on.
Is it added motivation and kind of get back? You've been here before with Robert Garcia and Marcos Maidana.
It's really not get back, man. Like I said before, I tip my hat to Robert Garcia. He's a friend of mine. Maidana's a friend of mine. It's a part of business. This is business. After this fight, hopefully we can go out and have steak together and talk about it.
Hi, this is John with the Sentinel. My question is for Mikey. Coming up at 140, do you feel that that weight, you'll be comfortable and strong enough to fight an opponent like Adrien Broner?
Well, 140 pounds to me makes sense for this type of fight. I still feel that 135 is probably the best division for me right now. After my last performance at 135, I felt great, fast, strong. But I don't feel 140 will be much different. I think 140 will allow me to make weight a little more comfortable and still keep my speed and my power.
Thank you.
Hi, question for Adrien. This is Mike Hoppinger from Ring TV. You know, I've seen the Snapchat. I see you're training hard. You know, other than being in Colorado, what's the biggest difference for this camp? What things are you doing that are different?
I'm just more focused, man. You know, in a city in Cincinnati or DC, it's so much going on and so many distractions. Whether other than in Colorado Springs, it's nothing to do but look at the mountains and box. I might go bowling here and there, but other than that, I'm eat, shit, sleeping, and boxing. That's it.
My question is for Mikey Garcia. This is Nick with Real Talk Boxing. Robert Garcia and Maidana had a lot of success against Adrien Broner in their last fight. What can you use in that fight to be able to use that against Broner?
Well, Maidana has a whole different style of fighting than I do. And so I really can't take anything, you know, from what I've seen with Marcos and use it with Adrien, because that's not me. That's not my fight game. That's not my fight game. But you know, I saw that Adrien, you know, was able to be hurt. Maidana was able to hurt him, drop him. So that gives me, you know, a little more confidence that maybe I can do the same. However, that fight was also at 147. Maidana's a huge puncher as well. So, I mean, the power is different. I don't know if I'll be able to carry that power. I feel I will, but who knows? Fight night, we'll find out.
Do you believe if you hit him with your best shot, you think you'd be able to hurt him and put him down?
He's against me right here. He got him right here. Oh man, like.
I don't know, man. I mean, I feel like, you know, I can hurt just about anybody with the right punch, and anybody really can get hurt. I mean, I can get hurt. Anybody can get hurt with the right punch. You know, but I think it's one of those fights where people might be looking at the power a little too much, because there's more to it than just power.
We're going to go to the last question. I want to set a record and make this a half-hour press conference.
Right here. Terrell in Fight Week 360 again. You say you're hearing that you're, this is for Broner, you're saying you're hearing that you're a 5-to-1 underdog, because what's going around is, I've been doing some surveys on social media. So basically, they're saying that Mikey Garcia is the better boxer, but you're the harder puncher. I mean, what's your thoughts on that?
I mean, who say he the better boxer? How can you say that?
Hey, bro, I just said it's on social media.
I'm saying, I'm just answering a question. Damn, you get mad at that I'm answering your question?
Nope.
No, I'm just saying, like, you know, in his fights, he just decides to box. Who says that I come in this fight and I outbox the shit out this guy? You never know. You know, I could do it all.
Well, that's what I'm saying, because you are a great boxer, but it's been known
Am I a punch for a boxer? Which one? Or both?
I'm going to say
Boxer puncher. How about
you
that?
want my honest opinion?
Yeah.
You're a little flat-footed, but when somebody's in front of you, you're a great boxer. I'm keeping it 100. When somebody's right in front of you, you're an excellent boxer.
Okay.
So if people are not pressuring you or throwing a lot of punches, then you have a great chance to win. You see what I'm saying?
Okay, okay, all right, look, all right, fuck
get mad
this,
at me
Mikey.
now?
Look, Mikey, I'm still gonna pay you, and then I'll pay him $50,000 to fight me, and I'll show him how much of a boxer I am.
All right. Thanks, everybody, for coming. Be at the Barclays Center on July 29th. Showtime, Brooklyn Boxing, Barclays Center. This is what we do. We're going to pose the fighters, and then they're going to sit up here for one-on-one. So we're going to pose them, and then they're going to sit up here, and you guys can come up and ask questions.
Turn these in.